All right, guys, we are live. It is 7:33, and I apologize. We're a few minutes late. I had to get Jay and Patrick situated on the backside, so we're good here now. Everybody's ready to roll. I'm going to do some quick introductions. I love doing these pro interviews with these pickleball players for a couple of reasons. Number one, it gives me a chance to get to know these guys a little more in depth and a little more on a personal level. Just not seeing them on the court, that's sometimes just not good enough. I am doing pro commentary this year for the PPA, so it's very important for me to know about these guys, know their personalities, know what they're all about, and I am more pumped tonight than I even was with the Steve Deacon interview, and that is big time because Steve Deacon absolutely rocked it the other night. So these two characters you're gonna love. If you've never heard of Jay Devilliers and Patrick Smith, I don't think I'm saying his last name right, by the way. So we're gonna get him to say it again. He's told me at least 1,000 times, and I'm still not getting it right. But these two guys play together. They are coming on the pickleball pro scene, absolute beasts on the court. But even more than that, these guys love to cut up, have a good time. They probably jab at each other more than they jab at anybody else. And so I can't wait. I don't know what they're going to say or do tonight to each other or to me or to anybody. So it's going to be fun. I know that much. We're going to do some cool stuff. We're going to do the giveaway, the Whippersnapper bag, and the Engage 6.0 EX paddle giveaway right out of the gate. So we'll go ahead and knock that out here shortly. But without further ado, I'm going to do a quick introduction. These guys sent me kind of their bio before earlier today. So Jocelyn Devilliers, still not right. He was born and raised in France. He played a lot of sports as a teacher, including skiing, soccer, tennis, handball, rugby, and cross country running. I don't know why anybody would cross country run, but that's not my thing, but whatever. My best bet was tennis. So he got a full ride scholarship in Spain, Barcelona, in a tennis academy where he also met his wife, who is lovely, and went to the U.S. to play college at Wichita State University. There he graduated with 3 majors, not 1, not 2, but 3 majors: marketing, management, and international business. So this dude is not only a stud on the court, but he is a absolute brilliant individual off the court and in school. And then we've got his, I would say, best friend. I don't know, maybe not best friend, maybe just partner on the court. We'll find out soon. Patrick Smith. We call him Pat Smee. Born and raised in Munich, Germany, but holds a New Zealand passport since his dad is a Kiwi, hence the accent, LOL, which you're going to see very shortly about their accents. That's one of the things I love about these two guys. Played the highest junior league in his state. I'm assuming in tennis, but I don't know. He didn't really specify. We'll get those details later. Never really played more than 2 hours per week growing up. Quit tennis at 19 years old for 1 year, and then was lucky enough to get offered a full ride scholarship and play D1 tennis at the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and re-fell in love with the sport and took it way more serious after that. Milked the free education. I love it. He milked the free education, majored in pre-med, German, and liberal arts, plus a business minor. Then did his MBA after that. I am really impressed with these guys. Their bios are fantastic. Met the French Fool. That's Jay. My first month of being in Wichita, he moved there for work. He was a freshman and wanted to play a lot more outside of his practice. So he played 3 to 4 times a week before work, became great friends. And then Jay bugged Patrick so much last year to play pickleball competitively in a chicken and pickle league that he started playing pickleball mid-March last year and got hooked. Now they are 9 tournaments in together. We're going to find out if they've ever teamed up with anybody else or just each other. Without further ado, that was a long introduction, but worth it. Here are the 2 rock stars for tonight, Jay and Pat. What's up, boys?
How you doing, Steve?
How's it going? What's up, Steve?
What up? Before we do anything else, Jay, tell that story of why you and Pat call me Steve. I think that's important to know because you're probably going to say it more than once tonight.
Well, I thought your name was Steve. I didn't even know why you called yourself Scott.
I thought Scott was your nickname. That's what I thought.
Like Jocelyn and Jay. That's what I thought.
No, I think it was in Florida. In Florida when we were on those courts and practice courts, and this lady just randomly called you Steve, and we just started all calling you Steve until you reacted. So that's what.
I love it. So somehow you two knuckleheads heard her say that like right in front of you guys. So now my name is now Steve to these guys. Actually, after that happened, like 2 hours later, we're still at the World Pickleball Championships at the courts, and Jay yelled Steve, and I actually turned around and answered him for some weird reason. I don't know why.
I think you did that like two days in a row. It was funny. It was really funny. Early in the morning at like 7 a.m. too.
I have no idea why I did that, but anyway, that's a funny story. Oddly enough, when somebody actually gets my name wrong, they typically will say Steve instead of Scott. So I think that it kind of goes. I don't know.
It's gonna stick now.
It's gonna stick. It's gonna stick.
Name.
I love it. All right, so just like I said in the intro, we are gonna get right out of the gate. We're gonna do the giveaway just because people are itching to find out who's gonna win the Whippersnapper bag and the Engage paddle, both brand new prizes. So without further ado on that, we're gonna jump the question up here. And so basically the way this works is the first person to guess Jay's correct middle name, you have three choices. You have Benjamin, Jay, and Robin. Those are the three guesses for his middle name. You will win the Whippersnapper bag if you're the first to guess who gets it right. Let's see. The first guess is from Gene Click. It's B. J. That is incorrect. He said the middle name J. Not correct. Not correct. Matthew Pace actually guessed. Let's see. Make sure nobody else is first. Matthew Pace is the winner of the Whippersnapper bag. He guessed C. Robin. Robin is his middle name.
I'm Batman.
Off camera, is it true that you have more than one middle name?
Yeah, I actually have three middle names.
All right, go ahead and tell us your whole name, your full name.
Are they all male?
Yeah, in France they're male. In America, it seems like most of them are feminine. But I didn't get to choose my parents. So my first name is Jocelyn, and after it's Robin, Nicolas, et Denis Devilliers. I know.
Devilliers. I gotta get it right. Devilliers. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to do the other name. I'm not even
Devil.
trying to.
That's what we do. We check in at tournaments. People can't figure it out. They check in, so we say just find Devil, and you'll find them.
Devil or Devilliers. Everybody's saying Jay Devilliers.
Yeah.
All right. So if you had a choice, Jocelyn or Jay, which in the U.S., which would you say would be the better?
I mean, I would choose Jocelyn in general, but since no one can say it, I got used to Jay when I was a freshman in college. A lot of baseball players used to call me Jay, and since then it stuck a bit. And yeah, after I got the director position, they told me it would be good, like that they know I'm not a woman. So I was like, okay, let's go by Jay, and Jay it is.
Jay it is. All right, I got a funny story about meeting Jay for the first time, but that's gonna wait for now because the next question for the giveaway is for the Engage 6.0 EX paddle on behalf of Josh Elliott and the Elliott family. The next question is, what is Patrick Smith's middle name? There are also three answers to this question. The first person to guess correctly is going to win the Engage paddle. We got Michael is the first question, Jacques, and Hans.
Did we lose Patrick?
For this one, I need you to actually say the name, not just the letter, because then I don't get confused. So I want you to put the name and the letter of what you guess. First one to guess it. Here we go. So far, We've got a few guesses. Let's see. A, B. Okay, let's see. Hold on. We got a guess of A. Hold on. We got A. That is Kevin Geiswhite. Kevin Geiswhite guessed A, which is Michael. Kevin was the first to guess the Michael nickname. Do you, Patrick, have more than one middle name, though? Uh-oh.
We lost.
I think we lost Patrick.
He didn't want to say his middle name. He got scared.
All right, so for now, this is the Jay Devilliers interview. All right, we're going to add him back. He's back.
There you go. What happened? I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
The damn Wi-Fi is right next to me.
I don't know.
You complain about that one. Did anybody guess it right?
Yeah, they guessed it right.
On the first try?
Yeah, so not the first try, but it was actually the answer, I believe, was Kevin Geiswhite.
Actually,
Kevin Geiswhite?
I think Sharon Sanchez got it before.
Oh, wait, Sharon Sanchez?
Sharon Sanchez.
Oh, she did. Oh, thank you.
Boy,
okay,
you just made an enemy with Kevin there. He's not getting the paddle now, just
No.
Okay, but that's why I have my expert panel on with me to make sure we get it correct.
Jocelyn, get out of here.
Jocelyn, with the final decision that Sharon Sanchez guessed correctly first. That is Michael answer.
What was the first guess?
The first guess was actually...
That was Michael. She got it right away.
No, Hans. Matthew Pace guessed Hans.
I told you that's going to get him.
Yeah, he did say. So I asked for some advice from Patrick on what another middle name to throw people off, and he said, without hesitation, Hans.
I thought he was going to put Adolf, but I wasn't sure. So anyway,
that's a little. That's for the second interview.
That's for the second interview. Okay, so just so we're clear, everybody, the winner of the Whippersnapper bag is Matthew Pace, and the winner of the Engage paddle is Sharon Sanchez. She actually, you know what? There could be a little controversy because she guessed Michael, but said letter B, and Michael was the letter A, actually. So she might have had a few adult beverages.
Cheers.
Should we still? I want you guys to be the final answer. Should we still give Shannon the Engage paddle since she guessed Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we could give her a Whippersnapper. I don't know. Whatever.
There's the French flag on there. Don't worry about that one. You don't want that.
I love it. All right, boys, that was so much fun. I loved it. That was great. So we've got the winners. Now we can move on from that so people are no longer itching to see who won. All right, let's start. We're going to just go because I'm looking at the screen and I see Jay first and then Patrick. Even though Jay is younger and usually you give it first dibs to the eldest, which would be Patrick, we're going to go with Jay first. Jay, this is you guys. This is for you guys tonight. This is your interview. Go ahead and tell everybody how you found pickleball.
It was a while ago actually. It's probably 2 or 3 years ago when Jack, Matt, and Lucy were practicing to play US Open, and they needed a 4th players, and it was just very random. I just jumped in and I was very confused because I was serving and volley a lot. I was not letting the double bounce over and over, so I was getting very frustrated, and I was like, I'm not sure this is a game for me. I rather run. I was still into tennis at that moment, and I was just like, nah, it's not for me. And a year later, Jack actually reached out to me again because he's a director at Chicken and Pickle in Kansas City, and he told me, hey, you know what? I know you're still into tennis and everything, but there is a Chicken and Pickle is opening in Wichita, Kansas, and we need someone to run the program there. And from there, I was like, if I am going to do that, I gotta know how to play the game a bit better. And from there, I started picking it up. So December 2018 was when I decided to actually play and commit. And my first tournament was in January 2019. So yeah,
January of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you play with your very first tournament? Was it the guy on the screen here?
No. Patrick didn't play pickleball at that point, so I asked I asked which tournament should I play, and when he told me you should maybe try a small tournament, a MoCan in Kansas City, that would be good, and I went there and I said, can I play singles? And they told me there is no singles, it's mostly doubles and mixed. I was like, uh-oh. And I got lucky enough that he found me a partner which was Carter. Carter Tubessing was my first partner ever.
Yep.
And Marta is a tennis player from Wichita State. She was still playing, and I told her, hey, listen, I'm in the same boat as you. We're a tennis player. I've never played this, but there's a tournament, there is a prize money, there is something, it's fun. We're going to compete, and you know what? If we can win it, we're going to win it. And we went there. I had a lot of fun, and from there I got a bit addicted, and my next tournament was actually US Open with Carter again. So
I love it. That's awesome. All right, Pat, go ahead and give everybody your introduction to pickleball. How did you find pickleball? I kind of alluded to it, but I think everybody needs to hear it from you.
You have to thank me also.
Yeah, it's the guy in the middle. It's the guy in the middle. Beginning of last year, 2019, he kept. I mean, we've been friends for a long time now. Was it over 5.5 years now? And when he became the director at Chicken and Pickle, he keep bugging me. Hey, I need some more players for the competitive league. And I was like, nah. I was a typical tennis snob. I was like, no, what's pickleball? I don't want to play an old guy sport. Nah, no way. And after a few months, I just said, if you really need somebody as a friend, I'll do it for him. But honestly, I actually realized really quickly that it's not an old guy sport. And
you was cramping on the first tournament.
That is true. It was like by the way, I wasn't the only one cramping at that tournament. Chicago last year, it was pretty bloody hot there.
Yeah.
Yep. So I played that, the league, that competitive league in Chicken and Pickle, and kind of got hooked. And then after that first, I don't even know, how long is it, 2 months, Jocelyn? Those things? Yeah. 2 months. He said, hey, do you want to play some tournaments? And I said, sure. He goes, let's play like at least 10 tournaments next year. And I said, dude, I have a real job. How are we going to do that one? The great thing is it's a Friday, Saturday, or mainly weekend for me, since I don't really play singles. Well, not yet, at least. So we've made it work, and it's been absolute blast. I mean, met some incredible people. And then been playing with Jocelyn and I have been playing with Matt and Lucy a bunch, as well as Chris Heck here in town. So I guess we're pretty lucky to have a good core group of 5-5s plus here in town.
So you guys are both in the Wichita, Kansas area, is that correct?
Yeah, it's a thriving metropolis.
I love it. So my story on meeting Jay was I was on a Midwest tour, just like traveling. I'd quit my job, full-time job, and was jumping into pickleball. And so I was just going on this like big tournament tour. I was coming through the Midwest, and I was like, you know what? Like I went to the Chicken and Pickle in to the east of Wichita. It was the original one. And I had a great time there. And I thought, you know what? I'm only 3 hours east of the Wichita Chicken and Pickle, which was newer, more expensive, a lot more courts, a lot more updated. And so I thought, well, hell, I'll just go 3 hours out of the way before the tournament in Minnesota. So do you remember this, Jay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
you must have been very slow because it takes 2.5 hours to get to Kansas City. You must have missed the right pedal.
That's what I was just
right
thinking. At the bottom. He's probably driving 45, 50.
I was because I had a Toyota Corolla that didn't go more than 45 miles an hour. So
the pedal on the left is brake. The pedal on the right is gas. You got to have it on the right.
All right, so let's say between 2.5 and 3 hours, I got to Wichita, and so I go to the Chicken and Pickle that night, and I remember setting up some play with a couple of local guys, and we were having a great time. And I noticed this like tall, kind of dark, like complected guy walking around, like kissing babies and shaking hands, talking to everybody, like always. He was like smiling the whole time, and I thought, this guy must work here or something. I didn't know what to think about this guy, but kept seeing him for we probably played an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then out of nowhere, this guy says, it kind of died down, and this guy comes over and he says, hey, Jay, says, can I jump in on one of the games? I'm like, yeah, sure. Come on, man. So I play against this guy. And in my head, I was like, there's no way this guy is going to be good at pickleball because like, he's probably, well, I was like, he's probably a tennis player and I'm sure he's never played before. And then he gets out there and he kicked my ass. Like he literally just schooled us and got to play probably 2 or 3 games before he had to go back to work. And like, I just thought like, damn, this guy's good. Like, do you remember that?
Yeah. And we actually, I don't know if you remember that, but we teamed up one game.
Yes, we did.
And we didn't lose a serve. We served it out. 11-0.
The golden pickle, baby.
Yeah.
I do remember that, and the other team was not too happy about that.
How did your back feel after that, Steve?
Truly, Steve.
He's heavy.
I've never done it with Patrick. Patrick was never able to do that. So, you and I were the best
Dynamite, baby.
Yeah, my lower back. You also put a lot of weight on since then.
Oh, wow. Thank you again.
I love it. Patrick, my first time seeing you play pickleball was actually at the World Pickleball Championships in December of 2019. And this was my thought. I was doing the pro commentary. And because I saw Jay play and I knew how good Jay was, I saw him with you before you actually stepped on the court and played. And I thought, oh,
he's lucky.
I said, poor Jay.
So
well, I said, poor Jay. He couldn't find like a good partner to team up with for this World Pickleball. So he got this scrub from somewhere off the street. I don't know where he got this guy.
I got it from Germany.
Wow. This interview took a turn real quick. This took a turn real quick.
But then I saw you guys play and I thought, wow, Jay's really lucky to have this guy Pat Smee next to him because they're just absolutely wearing the other teams out. So you guys were phenomenal. I really enjoyed watching you guys play together.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot. That tournament was actually interesting because it was long days. I mean, we were waiting forever because of all that rain delay, nonstop. I mean, it went from sunshine and play half a game to rain for 5 minutes and then hour wait, and that was like what, 2 days straight kind of deal.
It was 2 days straight, man.
I remember one day where we had to play singles and then doubles, and I played 8 matches. I was so tired, and I was like, all right, Patrick, you got to step up now.
Yeah, let the old guy do it. Really?
Hey, I tell you what, the one thing that I love about watching you two play is that you guys not only are fierce competitors on the court, but you give each other like a hard time, but also like joke around a lot. So like I just love I want to know, I tell you what, let me go ahead and ask this. When you guys are battling on the court at the pro level in an intense match, for example, say the match against Adam Stone and Pickleball recently.
Oh, you had to bring that one up?
I mean, I hate to, but it's the most recent. It's the most.
Damn you, Adam Stone.
It's the most fresh game on my memory. When you guys
hope he's not watching right now.
Oh, I assure you, he and Declan are watching. I assure you. So when you guys like call a timeout, whether it be Jay or Pat, like one of you guys, tell me what happens in that conversation for 60 seconds.
There's I don't know. There's. I think usually it's just try to get regroup.
Yeah.
I mean, often I say you want to take a timeout. It's more of a question initially after we lose a couple of points, whether it's him missing a couple or me missing a few in a row. And it's more to break the momentum more than anything. We generally, at least I feel the way that we can pick it back up and not make another mistake right away. But it's more to change the momentum. That's a big thing about the sport. What I've learned is that it's such crazy momentum means more than in tennis because there's no margin for error. And it can get away from you very, very quickly. So we just talk about, we just got to do this and that, maybe a little bit better, just relax. And often we
lost Patrick again.
I don't know. He's right next to the Wi-Fi. He shouldn't be losing connection.
He probably didn't pay his bill.
I can hear you. Boy, Cox Gigablast is a joke.
Tell
Anybody get rid of Cox?
the roommate to stop playing video games.
I hope Cox sees this.
Okay, the last thing we heard you saying. Well, I don't even remember. Just start
honestly,
again.
we talk a little bit of strategy, but usually we try to loosen up. I think one thing we found is that we are worst enemies. We kind of get, especially me, I get pretty tense. I'm a worst critic myself. I get pretty mad at myself, and I think that's part of the reason why we gel pretty good is because he's about as goofy as they come, as you can tell, and he gets me out of a more intense mindset pretty quickly.
I love it. I love it. All right. And Jay, there's a question from Matthew Pace. He said, what about when you guys played Ben Johns and Kyle Yates and Jay was going for a shot, but was in the kitchen and had to back off of it, totally missed the ball. Talk about that real quick, because that was what Matthew wanted to know about.
Yeah, I'll let you talk about that one.
I sure that I don't remember that.
I bet you do. I bet you don't.
I make sure to erase those moments when things like that happen. No, I think I actually know what he's talking about. I think it was at the World Pickleball Championship.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but
I do.
but I mean, yeah, things happen like
that. So basically, what I'm gathering is because I posted that video.
It's
earlier.
called a brain fart.
I posted that video.
I remember because I was in the kitchen. I couldn't volley it, so I had either I should just try hit it and hope that the referee didn't see me, which was so obvious that there were no chance. So I was tired that day, I remember, and I was just like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna, maybe it's gonna fool him or whatever, but it didn't work.
Oh, I love it. I freaking love it. That's awesome. I love it.
To his defense, it was late though. It was like 10 o'clock at night already.
Yeah.
I remember that, which leads me to my next great question, which was I was doing the pro commentary for you guys one night late. You guys were there several nights late, but one of the nights it was really late. I want to say around 11:30 at night.
Oh, I know where this one's going.
Yep.
Absolutely, you guys know where this is going. It was against and if you guys haven't seen this
Altaf
game,
and
Zane, my boy Zane
Navratil, Gucci Zane. Yes, Zane is a legend. Gucci Zane and Altaf Merchant were playing you two late at night. It was me doing some commentary with Eddie from the Eddie and Webby show, and you guys finished. And to my surprise, because I don't come from tennis, you guys got a pickleball and your paddles. And no, you guys, you guys won, right? You guys won.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you lined up. I don't know how far away. How far away were you guys
from the net? Not too
from
far.
the net.
They were like in the kitchen.
We were at the kitchen line.
Okay, they were at the kitchen line, and Altaf and Zane put their butts up in the air, facing away from Patrick and Jay, and then it's called Butts Up Pickleball. I had no freaking idea what was going on. Talk about that.
You should watch the video because Patrick was absolutely awesome.
Yep. Yeah, the big old whiff on that
best.
One. Those damn pickleball paddles are way too short for that game. You know what? I think before we went on, it was either we finished third in our group or they finished third in our group. Is that correct, Jocelyn?
Yeah, we finished third.
And we said, okay, why don't we do this? Have fun. We play for something. It was so late, so we couldn't play for a beer or whatever.
Everything was closed. We were the last four players on court. And,
I think the last four players on everywhere.
Yeah. And
Steve was there.
Steve was like a trooper. Please don't make it too long.
And so we said, why don't we play for butts up? That's what you used to do in tennis, with your teammates or just for fun.
Yeah. And we
loser
all tennis players as well. So
yeah, I'm glad we got the bragging rights on that one. But then, it was. I wish I could say it was windy, but it wasn't. It was just a beautiful whiff that I had. And then, speaking of which, I whiffed. Fair enough. This guy hit the thing like 20 feet over the fence.
Well,
he did. Your ball landed further away than my ball landed.
To my credit, I was not aiming to Zane and Altaf. I saw someone walking on the other side.
Yeah, you were so full of it.
I think it was Steve going out. I thought like, that's my target.
No, Steve was on the right. You hit straight over them, 20 feet above them. So technically, your ball landed way further away than mine.
I love it. You guys were
at least made contact.
I thought he was trying to hit somebody on the walkway or the parking lot out there because he hit it over a 10-foot fence, and I thought, wow, that was really bad. But in the interview shortly after, Jay said he was just tired. Now he's claiming he was trying to hit a target further away.
Yeah, more people are.
I'm actually honestly, I'm actually glad that I didn't lose the damn paddle because it was so humid. I mean, we were drenched. That's another thing. We were absolutely drenched.
Well, speaking of that, it was December, but it was in Florida, which the humidity dies down a little in December, but it still doesn't go away completely.
But it rained all day.
It did. Talk about how those conditions in Florida played a role. Did you guys have moisture on your paddles? Did you cramp? At any point, did you guys cramp during that tournament?
I didn't cramp for once. I guess I had moisture on my paddle though. I had to wipe my paddle a few times. I definitely had to wipe my hand.
Yeah, I feel like the conditions were very hard because how the tournament was run, and not only because of how they did it, but it's just because the weather was bad. And when the weather is so bad like it was, you have to postpone everything, and it's just harder and harder. And they wanted to make it very professional, running it on 2 courts. That made it to shrink everything. And for us, I feel like, I mean, me that I was playing 3 events was very, very, very physical. I mean, again, like Ben was a beast because he managed to win all 3 of them, even though he was playing a lot. And I felt like I was just so tired when we played those 9 matches that night. And I was just, next day we have to play mix now. It's just brutal. It was just brutal.
It is brutal. Pat, did you feel the same? Did you feel like the conditions were a little harder to play in than say in Wichita or anywhere that wouldn't be maybe as humid?
I mean, conditions are never an excuse if you win or lose, but they're definitely, for us, we've been playing indoors for what, 2 months at least. Haven't played. First time we hit outdoors was actually when we warmed up before your singles match, the first day when we got there. Hadn't played outdoors in a while, and anybody that plays tennis or comes from indoors to outdoors after a long time of not being in, your depth perception is a little off. You kind of lose the ball a little bit in the sky, especially on a higher ball. All these things play a role, and the humidity is definitely a factor there, especially with that ball that's so light and it's susceptible to wind or certain moisture, and the paddle is pretty smooth. At least I feel that way, but I mean, I wish I could say the other guys had different conditions, but all 4 of us had the same conditions. So it comes down to, I guess, who can manage through that better.
Absolutely.
Who's mentally a little strong, I guess.
Sure.
That day.
Yeah,
more experience too. The experience factor.
Well, that was not us for sure. The experience part is not us. I can tell you that one.
You had just started playing 3 months before the tournament, so yeah, of course not.
Yeah. What is Florida Pickleball?
I love it. All right, look, since we're kind of on a serious note, because I guarantee you through this interview, we are going to have so many times where we are laughing, where our stomach hurts because we're laughing so much. So while we're on the serious note, the next question is for Pat. Preston Smith said, Pat, what are your personal goals as related to pickleball? So go ahead and talk on that subject.
Beat Adam Stone, and then I'm retiring. No, I'm kidding.
I think you want a revenge also against Matt. I'm pretty sure you want that.
Of course you would bring that one up. Yeah, that's a rough one, Matt and Kyle. I mean, I think we're both still learning the sport, and hopefully, we're still going to be improving throughout these next, as soon as we can start playing again. And this whole pandemic is behind everybody, and we can all enjoy pickleball in our lives again. Just improve. I enjoy the competition. That's probably the main thing I've missed from playing tennis, or not playing tennis anymore. And just being out there, enjoying it with your friend. We're lucky that we're friends doing this together and enjoy it. I mean, I'm sure there's time where he wants to kick my butt and vice versa. We on the court and do stupid stuff. But at the end of the day, we're pretty close friends, and we leave it out on the court, and afterwards we enjoy beers together, or a laugh, even on the court. So it's pretty fun. So I honestly just get better and just enjoy.
I love it. Jay, talk to us about this next question. from Chris Heck. He said, Pat and Jay, who are your favorite practice partners? And I know why he's asking this because he's from Wichita.
Tony and Eric.
Definitely. I would put Eric up there. Eric Rasmussen. He's awesome. I love Tony. I love Tony too, and I have to put Chris here because he always try to shoot someone no matter what. Whether he's losing or winning, he's always winning if he has hit someone during the practice.
He's up in that count, yeah.
So
I love it. That's good stuff, guys. Do you guys get to practice with the regular group weekly or not right now? We're obviously daily basis. Yeah. Every day.
No.
Every day.
No, Patrick is probably hitting every day, but most of the time we try to have at least.
What am I hitting?
Huh? No, being honest, I think personally I've been practicing way more because I've been more serious about the sports in general, and I think Patrick did too. We're actually working out, and every time we have time, we try to play and practice, whether it's just him and I or with Lucy and Matt if we can, or whoever is available. Like Chris Heck is one of them. He's very busy as well teaching, but we have Tony, Eric, like a lot of guys that are between 4.5 and 5.0, but are very good guys, and it's just fun to play with them. Even Dave Bilou, that is there, and in the competitive league is just so much fun as well. Personally, at least, I have a lot of fun playing this. So, yeah.
We, by the way, don't play together. We play against each other in the competitive league. Ask him how the last one went. Who won that one? Ask him that.
Well, let's go, Jay. How did it go?
Well,
no excuses. No
excuses.
The question was who won it.
You did.
Oh, thank you. All you got to say.
That's all Pat cares about.
Cheers.
It did win it, and because we played a regular season and a tournament. And I managed to win the regular season with my regular partner, and then he was out of town, so I had to play with his son, which he did absolutely amazing because he's a tennis player and never plays, and we fell short in final to Patrick. So that was fun though. It was a lot of fun.
As long as it's fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
that's true.
Absolutely.
No, I still got bragging rights when it comes to Chicken Pickle League.
Yeah. I love it. For now, anyway, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
All right, the next question comes from Brad McManus. He said, and both you guys can answer this as quickly or as long as you need.
I think Patrick will answer better since his rating is closer to 4 or 5. So I will let him answer that one.
Yeah, mixed.
What is a good paddle for a 4.5 player? Pat, take it away.
Honestly, it's hard for me to answer that question because I haven't really played with that many different paddles. But just like when I play tennis, it's all about you feel. I mean, I've tried a few, didn't like most of them. That's why I still play with the first one that I like the most, which is the Engage paddle that I play with. And I don't know, probably Jocelyn should chime in on this one because he, being the director of Chicken and Pickle, to make it more of a serious answer.
Well, truly,
definitely not the whippersnapper.
Usually, what I'll tell customers or people in general that wants to get into the game, you don't have to buy an expensive paddle. Now we're talking about a 4 or 5 players that is obviously more advanced and that has been competing more. I feel at that level it's more a feeling,
exactly.
And every paddle is different. There are some characteristics that would relate more to a certain sport. Like tennis, I feel like a lot of players like Selkirk's paddles just because they're a bit longer and it feels like a tennis racket. But I also know that good tennis players that translate to pickleball, they like the Engage paddles because it's more like compact and it's good. Like if you had a good volleys and things like that. So I feel like again it's more a feeling than anything else, and you got to try several paddles and see what fits you the best, and then from there you can make the adjustment and see what makes you play the best.
I bet you Brad's just as tired as me listening to that long answer. Boy.
Brad is like, whatever, dude. Thanks.
Let me give you the cliff notes. Whatever feels best for you.
I love it. I love it. You guys are great. All right, the next question comes from Ted Bryson. He said the only video of Jocelyn I have seen was against Yates. How do you prepare for the weather and humidity in Florida? So that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. I think I skipped this question, but I want to go back to it.
Is that singles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's talking about playing Kyle Yates in singles.
Yeah.
Man,
how do you practice singles?
He should have watched against Carl and Anna and Lee. This was a good match. We won this one. Against Yates, I lost, so that's not a good one. But anyway, so basically when I prepare, it's hard to prepare for this kind of weather because we don't have it here. So just try to be as fit as possible, and get in shape, and then from there try to deal with humidity. The first few days are always hard, and then you get used to it a bit more. I feel like how I prepare myself, I always tell myself that my opponent has the same condition, and the strongest player will always find a way to win. Personally, I feel like if you give your best and you're fit and you're prepared, you have a good chance to win. And then it's just a battle of who is going to manage the weather and the condition of the day, because every day is different in pickleball.
That's a great answer. All right, let's move on. I really do appreciate you guys answering all these for the people. There's a lot of questions. Keenan doesn't have a question, more like a statement, and this is
that's my cousin. He's a smart ass.
He said, if you whiff on a butts up swing, you should have to put your butt up. That's true.
I agree.
Sounds
100%, Keenan.
Yeah, I bet you do. Sounds like he has whiffed a few times and has experienced it before.
I love it. Does he play tennis? Have you guys had a butts up experience in tennis?
Yeah, he plays tennis too. He played D2 at Emporia State, which is also in Kansas.
I love it. Okay, next question comes from my girlfriend, actually, Sarah Marr. She said, I can sense that you guys love karaoke. What would be your song to sing? So I don't know if you guys have ever done karaoke.
I just sing duo with Simone.
It's a duet, Shallow.
Duet, Shallow. Oh,
he's Lady Gaga.
Yeah, Lady Gaga is.
He would sing Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
for sure. He's got the pipes.
Pat, what about you with your German and
well, it has to be Rammstein in that case.
Slipknot.
It has to be Rammstein, Du hast.
I love it. Guys, you guys are so much fun. All right, let's see. The next question comes from Lauren Stratman. Y'all know Lauren? She's out of California.
Amazing pickleball player.
Yes, very aggressive player. Comes from tennis. What have you guys been doing during the quarantine? Let's start with Patrick, since we always start with Jay. Let's start with Patrick here. Go ahead, Pat. Take it away.
Well, I still work every day. A lot of I do, I work from home a lot. I don't have to go into the office more than once a week. Thank goodness. Work out and at home, and then have a few quarantinis.
I love it. All right, Jay, what about you?
You can't do anything.
Well,
what have you been doing?
We are allowed to go out, so I've been running and working out, and then I teach. I've been teaching tennis quite a lot. So
I guess we're relatively fortunate that we live in a part of this country where not a lot of people would move to voluntarily, so there's not that many people.
Yeah,
and therefore we, unlike New York, haven't been hit as badly with the coronavirus. So we have stay-at-home orders, but we can still go outside and enjoy a few more things.
Yeah, the quarantine is not too bad here.
It's not too bad. Okay. Well, in Baltimore, it's pretty rough. I mean, they're not letting us really go out to do anything other than getting medicine, groceries, like the essentials. I mean, there are people working that have essential jobs, but if you don't have an essential job, you're either going to have to work from home or not go out. So I love doing these interviews for many reasons, but one of the main reasons right now is because it's given me something to do because I've been quarantined and stuck in the house with Sarah
Netflix.
for a month. Oh yeah, Netflix.
Oh yeah, Ozark.
Boy, that stock's gone up bonkers for sure.
Mhm.
Dude, they're killing it right now. Anybody that wasn't signed up with a Netflix account is probably signed up now.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, guys, look, you guys may or may not know this next thing that we're doing. I think I mentioned it in the behind the scenes stuff, but we're gonna play a little trivia with you guys, okay, with you two. And the way this works is I'm gonna ask a question, and if you know the answer before I finish the question, feel free to go ahead and interrupt and answer the question, okay?
That's not going to be hard.
Is it ABC? Is it multiple choice?
It is not multiple choice. This is you either know or you don't. And if you buzz in
So
first,
much pressure right now.
listen, if you buzz in first and you guess it wrong, the point goes to the other player. Okay? So before you interrupt me in the middle of my question, make sure you know the answer.
So ready.
Do you need to fill my glass up again for this one?
You might need to take a second to fill up your glass.
Sweating.
All right, look, we don't have the buzzers because I was hoping we had buzzers, but we don't. So either just say your name, just say Jay or Pat or whatever, like whatever you want to say. Like, just, oh, you know what? No. That's not how you play trivia. You gotta say like just say Jay or Pat, and then I'll determine who was the first to.
By the way, you can ask Patrick who is the best player at heads up.
I don't think
Logan.
Yeah,
Logan. I love it. All right, so look, these are gonna go from easy.
Oh, I should give him the video. Sorry, he's absolutely horrible at heads up.
We'll watch that later. So these questions are going to start out, hopefully they're going to start out easy and they're going to get harder as we progress. There's going to be 10 trivia questions. And then if there's a tie, 5-5 at the end of the trivia questions, we'll do a sudden death 11th bonus question. And the winner of that will be the winner of the trivia. If neither of you get the 11th question, I don't really have any more questions prepared. So you'll just have a draw. It'll be a draw. All right?
All right.
Okay. First question. What year was pickleball created?
Jay.
Jay's first?
I was going to let Jay answer that one.
1963.
Oh my gosh, incorrect.
Jesus.
I get a point. I'm not going to answer that one and lose a point.
Don't even answer
No,
it.
I didn't interrupt it.
That's absolutely stinks. Sucks for you, Jay.
I thought it was
1-0.
Hey.
1-0. The answer was 1965.
Ooh.
Oh, 2 years.
You were close.
I was born also. This is not fair.
Bummer.
You premature. Yeah, never mind.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Number 2 question.
Okay.
In what city and state was the game of pickleball invented?
Pat.
Oh, Pat.
I'm pretty sure it was an island. I don't know the island, but it's
Washington State. Answer.
It's a city and state.
No, you got to answer.
It was Washington. It wasn't Washington, wasn't it? Washington State.
City and state.
That's a 2-part question. Do we get half a point?
No, there's no such thing.
Okay, I don't know the city.
Okay, so incorrect. The correct answer is Bainbridge Island, Washington.
You should make
it an island. Oh, that's like 2/3 of it.
It was 2/3. It was 2/3.
You should make it. If I get the right answer after you miss it, it's 2 points. That's how.
Well, but now we can't go back. We can't go back now.
He didn't know it. He had no idea. Ask him how to say Bainbridge. Let him say Bainbridge.
Bainbridge.
Exactly.
All right. So far, you knuckleheads are 0 for 2, but the score is 1-1 because neither of you knew the answers so far. And these are the easy ones, guys. These are the easy ones.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit.
All right.
What is pickleball?
Yeah, you're dealing with international players right now. You gotta be nice. You gotta be nice.
I tried to be as generous as I could with these questions.
Who won the Soccer World Cup in 2014? I can give you that one.
Oh no, these are all pickleball related.
No,
all pickleball related.
Okay, here we go.
All right, number 3. What is widely considered the three majors in our sport, meaning
Pat.
major tournaments? Okay, Pat.
Nationals, US Open, and TOC.
Boom! We have our first correct answer by Patrick Smith.
And you said it was gonna get harder. Unbelievable.
I didn't think you guys would actually know that one.
Oh.
All right, so 2-1. Patrick leads Jocelyn. All right, number 4 question. What men's doubles team won the 2018 Minto US Open Pickleball Championships?
Jay.
Okay, Jay, go ahead.
Sugar.
Carl Yates and Ben Jones.
That is incorrect.
No.
Oh, it's actually Matt, probably. Matt is gonna hate me.
Oh, he's gonna hate you. let me text him. He's gonna hate you.
It's Matt. No, it cannot be Matt and Dave. Is it Matt and Dave?
I'm not answering just in case I don't want to lose a point.
Actually, I believe if I'm correct, I think you do have the right answer. I think it is Kyle Yates and Ben Johns.
Thank you.
If I'm not mistaken, I just wanted to give you a heart attack there. So somebody fact check me there.
Matt would have killed me if I would not have done that.
Fact check me there, but I think I was correct on that.
But it's going to kill you either way. You thought he did in the end.
All right, so if I was wrong on that, somebody correct me.
No, I'm Googling this one.
All right,
I don't believe you. Do you have your answers? You don't have your answers ready, do you?
No, I do, but I don't know.
Come on, Steve.
I'm not even sure I'm correct on that.
How many vodka sodas or vodka sprites have you had?
All right, so check it. 2018 U.S. Open men's doubles champions. I think you got that right. So for now, we're going to go 2-2. We got a tie ball game here going into question number 5. I need Pat to pay attention, though, so he doesn't miss this.
I'm listening.
All right, number 5 question. What was the first year that the Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships was held?
I don't think you're going to buzz out of anybody in that one.
We got to take a guess.
Jay, 2007.
Okay. What was it?
2007.
No.
Incorrect.
You're way off.
That is U.S. Nationals was around 2007, probably.
You're way off. It's only been around for like 5 years or so, 4 or 5 years.
It's only been around. The first year was 2016 that the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships was held.
God, should have answered.
All right, so
I was thinking of Sarah as well.
Yeah. You were thinking wrong, mate.
All right, so far the Germans lead 3-2. Pat Smith is leading Jocelyn Devilliers. All right, number 6 question. What major tennis facility is host to the USAPA Nationals tournament for a minimum of the next 3 years?
Pat Smith.
All right, Pat.
Indian Wells Tennis Garden.
Ding, ding, ding. That is correct. And now the Germans and Pat Smith lead 4-2, leading into question number 7.
Hold on. Right. It's 5-1 because it was Kyle Yates and Matt Wright.
Okay, so it's 5-1. I got it wrong. I was wrong. I didn't actually look. I thought I knew. So, okay. So, Jay, let's do some math here.
I want you to.
I want you to what? Look at this one. Matt's going to hate you even more now.
Who was in final?
Dave and Martin. And then Tyson and Matt Goebel with bronze.
That's right. It was Dave Weinbach and it was Marcin Rospetzky, right?
Yep, Marcin and Dave.
And Dave versus Matt and Kyle. And Matt and Kyle came away victorious. So it is 5-1.
Well, also he doesn't take the risk, but
hey, it's called gamesmanship, mate. You gotta be clever on this one.
All right, I gotta step up now.
All right, so but we only have 10 questions.
Yeah, I need one more and I win.
7. Yeah, so by mathematics, if he gets one more, he by default.
By mathematics, if
watch him, he's not gonna answer. He's not gonna answer one question. There's gonna be a quiet, silent thing.
Well, okay, but he's rolling the dice because if he jumps the gun and says, Jay, quickly before I finish, and he gets it right, he doesn't give you a chance to win. If he is silent and he gives you the chance to answer.
Well, I'm not going to answer after I win. Not that stupid.
All right. So, question number 7. this is gonna be good. Who is currently regarded as the world's best pickleball player currently? Oh, who?
No, I just said my name. That I'm
just
first.
Jay.
Ben Johns.
Wait, hold on.
I said it first.
Woo! Are you high?
Oh no, I think I heard something like a little mouse right before Pat. I think I heard
this
Jay.
is what?
Yes, Ben
I think I heard Jay.
Replay the video.
Okay,
I want shot spot on this one.
No, you were late.
Okay,
You were late.
Jay was first to buzz in. I heard Jay first.
Oh,
he
boy.
said Ben Johns. Is that your final answer?
I didn't hear the rest of the question, but
He
yes,
didn't because he didn't say it. He's just so full of it.
No,
Look at him. I know him way too well. He
No,
did not say a word.
I said
Yeah.
Who is currently regarded as the world's best pickleball player in all three divisions in the
Ben
game?
Jones.
Okay, so 5-2.
Wow.
We play on.
How much is he paying you?
Hey, but the question got harder. That's what he said.
Technically, if you answer first, you hit the buzzer. You don't finish the question.
Correct.
Okay, but somehow I knew that Jay was going to be falling behind, and I would need to put question number 7 in place to give Jay a chance to stay above water.
Boy, that Tito's is strong.
Thank you, Steve.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 8 question. Right now, currently the score is 5 questions answered by Pat, 2 by Jay. Number 8. What is widely recognized as the hardest shot to master in pickleball? Oh, Jay with the quick draw.
The drop winner by Jay Devilliers.
The ATP. Around the post. Hit.
Oh, wait, what?
No, he's stupid. He's stupid. It's one you hit. No, you're dumb. I mean, I don't even know the answer, but you're done. 6. Get out of here.
Ernie's much easier.
Okay,
but give me the 6 point. Give me the 6 point.
The bird.
Hold on now. Hold on. It's 5-2.
I'll show you the bird in a second.
It's 5-2, but let's just change the rules a bit to give Jay just a little hope.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Pat,
No.
Pat, what is the answer to what I asked?
Third ball drop.
Yes, the third shot drop.
Mate,
the third ball drop.
Really?
Pat wins 6-2. However, we're going to continue to ask the rest of the questions just to see how the score finishes, even though mathematically the Germans have won the battle.
Again.
Number 9.
Against the French.
We didn't lose the war.
Against the French.
Number 9. Jay, see if you can at least make this a game. Okay?
I just can't right now. I just need to let him answer.
No, he just devastated now.
Okay, number 9. What is widely known as the pickleball capital of the world? What city?
Come on, Jocelyn.
No, you go.
No, you answer. You win.
Jay.
It's not Jay.
Jay, what's your answer?
The state or the capital?
Okay, what city is widely known as the pickleball capital of the world?
He has no clue. Look at his face.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'll give him one clue.
It's in Florida. He's going to tell me.
It is in Florida.
Yeah. We were just there, you dummy.
And it's the home of the U.S. Open Minto
Naples.
Championships. What is it?
Do you want to spell it out for him? Put it on the comments. I even told you we were just there. I knew that one. You're welcome.
Right. Okay, number 9, he answered it correctly. Naples, it's 6-3. Okay, number 10 and final question of the trivia is how many holes does a DuraFast 40 ball and a Franklin X40 ball, outdoor ball, have?
I'm not answering that. I wouldn't have answered it in the first place.
You said the.
How many holes does a DuraFast 40 and a Franklin X40?
Should we both answer whoever's closer?
40?
No.
He said 43 times, so that's why I was like, no, I would have said 28.
All right.
Oh, really? I was actually at 28. Are you serious?
On 3, 2, 1, I want both of you to say the answer.
Well, I'm not going to say 28 anymore because he said it already. So I'm going to go
3, 2, 1.
29. He's going to go 28.
Yeah. 28.
29.
It's got to be 40.
The answer is clearly in front of you guys. X40 and
40.
I told you, but like you were making fun of me. I said 40.
All right. We had a clear winner of Patrick Smith with the Germans. to win the trivia. However, let's assume there was a tie, 5-5. Let's see if we can answer the bonus question. The bonus question, if there was a tie, would have been, in what exclusive store can you find Scott Golden's signature paddle, the Golden Axe?
Pat, Dick's Sporting Goods.
Boom! Man, this guy is dominating you, Jay. Dominating.
Brains
over here. Clearly, we know
who do you think the brains is in this team?
I didn't know who was Scott. You would have told me.
Oh, Steve Golden? Yeah, he would have known.
But with Scott, I had no clue. I was like,
Steve Golden's paddle?
Yeah.
All right, so because we clearly know who the brains of the operation are, I would like to see. Now that we've got
get out of here!
Hold on.
Oh, get the heck out of here.
Adam. Adam Stone. Going into the trivia, Adam, who did you think was the favorite going in? Who was the underdog? Go.
It's always the German. The Germans are great at poker. They're just smart guys. You got to go with the German.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm in this conversation right now.
I love Jay. I love you, Jay. I posted that. I posted that to everyone on Facebook how much I love you. So just know that.
He did. I have to tell you that one.
You know that I love you too.
So he likes beer. He doesn't like wine. That's the problem.
I will love you more when I will start beating you more.
Hey, it's just a matter of time, brother.
Well, this guy likes to peg people. I hate to say it. He likes to buddy bag people.
I think that's what Adam does that better than anybody I've seen.
Yeah, that damn forehand hit me a couple of times. Yeah. Got me once in California.
What do I do better?
You nailed me with that damn forehand.
The body bags, baby. The body bags.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to go for the body. That's just the best play sometimes, right?
Apparently. You didn't get the nipple.
So the reason I brought Adam Stone on, and we were supposed to have the guy from Israel, Pickleball, as well, but Deco is nowhere to be found at the moment. So we're gonna roll with Adam Stone because Adam is an absolute hoot, and I cannot believe I've got you three on here live right now. Adam, what was it like playing these two guys at the most recent tournament I think you guys had, which was in California? Tell everybody what it was like to play these guys.
Well, I mean, it's always a pleasure playing these two. I'm just glad that I got a W.
Get out of here. There he is.
They're more physically gifted than me, and I'm just terrified for when they get it all figured out and start whooping my ass. So to get as many wins now as possible is fantastic because I'm scared of both of them.
I love it. Deco, how about you, man? What was it like to play these guys at the recent California? What tournament was that, by the way?
The California Open.
Okay, at the California Open, talk to everybody watching what it was like. What it was like, Deco Bowl. Jay,
it was the first time for me to play Jay and Pat, so it was, tried to learn their game a little bit. It was a lot of fun, both real good guys. Always fun playing with Adam. They're really tough. We had a really tough battle in the finals. But it was a lot of fun though.
Did you guys see them earlier in the bracket, or was that the first time you guys
bring that one up?
Yeah, we actually that was a very fun match, actually, right, Adam?
That was good,
What? Somebody tell me.
How about we talk only about that one?
That was called a spanking.
Does anybody remember the final scores of that match?
Unfortunately, yes.
I have no idea.
I think we won 3 or 4 points.
It was a little easier than the final.
It was absolutely
we decided in the final that we were just gonna be solid and try to out and dink them, and it didn't quite work as smoothly as it did the first time. So we kind of had to adjust the strategy a little bit, and they played great in the final and had us on the ropes for a good portion of it for sure.
Yeah.
Did you guys going into the California Open? Did you guys anticipate playing Jay? And when you looked at the bracket, did you guys think that you would be facing off against Jay and Patrick in the finals, or was it a toss-up in that tournament?
There were a few good teams there.
You got to be politically correct here.
Yes.
Oh my God, there's a
Actually,
child. Oh my
oh,
God.
what's this?
Oh, Jay's got a kid in the video.
It's Danilo.
Oh, that's cute. No, I thought that Jay and Pat, that we would absolutely see them at some point. If I had to pick a top three, I would have put Zane and Tyler in there, Bubba and Matt Staub, and then Jay and Pat. So I thought that there was a very, very good chance that we would meet up with them at some point. I didn't realize that we'd played them twice, but I thought that all four of those teams were very talented, and there was a very good chance we would play them.
Absolutely. Deckel, in that final, I was watching it live. That's why I wanted to bring all five of you, or four of you guys on, five with me. I was watching that live at the California Open, and it seemed like the court was like in a really wide open area, a lot of space to work, a lot of room to do around the post and all that stuff.
Love it,
what was it like? I mean,
He's advertising here right now.
what was it like in that final? Like, it seemed like the momentum swings went back and forth. I mean, Deckel, was that the case? Did the momentum swing back and forth a bunch of times?
Yeah, in the finals, definitely. They won the first game pretty easily, I think, and then we won the second game pretty easily too. And then the third game was close for a while, and they prevailed in that one. Yeah, lots of momentum swings there. Even in the final game to 15, like, a few momentum shifts.
I love it. Just out of curiosity, was that the last tournament that all four of you guys played, or was there a tournament after the California Open?
That was the last one for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man,
Yeah.
okay. Did you guys had no idea that it was gonna be the last one you guys played for a while, huh?
No.
We were playing a whipping Stoney's butt in
I'm super
Atlanta.
depressed in my quarantine for sure. I'm very sad about it. Very sad about it. Looking to get back on the courts and play a tournament soon, but we'll see when that happens.
For sure.
Cincinnati.
Well, guys,
there you go.
I have absolutely enjoyed having you two on. Do you guys have anything lastly to say to these two guys before you guys depart?
Who are you asking? These two?
No, I think I already said it.
Adam and Deckel.
Oh, the other two. Yeah, Pat.
No.
Jay,
No,
yeah.
you two. No, Adam and Deckel. Do you guys have anything else you want to say to Jocelyn and Pat before you guys go?
No, I already said it. I think they're super fun to compete against, and I think that with the length that they've been playing and their skill set, that they're going to be extremely tough competitors moving forward. And I look forward to battling with them many more times in the future. And yeah, it's always a pleasure.
Awesome. How about you, Deckel?
Yeah, very dangerous team, very fair team, a lot of fun on court. Yeah, looking forward to more battles.
I love it. All right, guys, we're going to get back to these guys in their interview. I just wanted to surprise them with you guys. Y'all were the last ones that played against them. So you guys take care and stay safe, okay?
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
All right, guys. That was Adam Stone and Deckel Bar making a guest appearance.
How long have you planned that one?
Oh, that was planned well in advance of this.
That is outstanding. Well done.
I mean, look, you got to go with what is the hottest topic. And the hottest topic was the last tournament that we saw on live feed, which was the California Open Finals. Deckel Bar, Adam Stone versus you two guys. Now, they've had their say. You guys talk about and take each turn. Let's start with Jay this time. Jay, talk about those finals and what that was like to play against those two tough competitors.
Oh, I mean, it's always fun. I mean, I feel like Patrick and I know that those teams are good. I mean, we played just the previous match was against Tyler and Zane as well, and they were very good. I mean, so many good teams. You got to be prepared, and it's just such a great experience for us to play them and get closer and closer and learn from it. So far, we haven't managed to beat them, but it's getting closer.
Yeah, well, at least we got at least we won one game, I guess.
Yeah.
Or match. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely won the first game of that, and you guys were very competitive in all 3 games. So, I mean, but talk about what it was like to play against them. I mean, those guys are Adam Stone and Pickleball are 2 of the. I would say they're in the easily in the top 10 in pickleball right now, making big splashes on the biggest stages. And Deckelbar and Adam Stone are also awesome guys. So, just what was that like? What was that experience like?
It was. Listen, even though we lost that one, we had an absolute blast playing. I mean, we played Adam the couple weeks before in Florida, I believe. He played with Steve Deacon, and again, and it was a to 15. We got an absolute butt kicked. It was not pretty. I have to say that one, but it was absolutely. They both have a pretty darn big forehand. I've got to say that one. And there's just no room for error playing these guys that caliber. You can't leave a third ball high or too deep.
Hey, Pat, you're cutting in and out a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. That's much better. It was scratching up against your shirt.
I said you can't make an error. There's no room for errors against anybody at that caliber, honestly.
And I feel like Deckel said something very true that the momentum was swinging a lot, and I feel like on those matches, like you cannot let down at any moment because if Patrick or myself have a breakdown, they're gonna win points, and it just goes so quick in this sport. So I feel like we have been doing better in the past matches and past tournaments at doing that a bit better at managing those momentums. But playing against Adam is such a great guy. I mean, Deckel is the same. It was the first time I met Deckel in person.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah, and we're just, I mean, most of the players are absolutely fun to be around, and he's just great. He's just great competing against those guys.
Absolutely. I know all 4 of you guys have a lot of respect for each other and the games that you guys bring to the table on the court, but I remember watching that, and there was times. I mean, look, Deckel and Adam are proven players in the sport. They've shown they can win at big tournaments, but you guys are still kind of relatively new on the scene in the pro pickleball scene together, right? Together. I mean, Jay, you've admitted you've been playing for 2 or 3 years. Pat, you've not been playing quite as long, but you guys are pretty new on the scene. But the splash that you guys have made and the respect that Deckel and Adam give you guys. Listen, guys, anybody watching right now, I don't want to pump their egos too much and get the big head here, but these 2 guys are special. With the fact that Adam Stone and Deckelbar give that kind of credit to these guys, listen, they don't have to say those things about them, right? They could say, oh, well, they're decent players and they're coming up, but they're giving these guys mad respect out here. And the reason is because the skill set that these 2 guys on the interview tonight bring, these guys like Deckel and Adam have to be really, really prepared and on their A game when they play against Jay and Pat, because they're going to bring it. And talk about real quick, knowing that you're an underdog coming into a match, not necessarily against Deckel and Adam, but just being an underdog with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder in sports. Talk about how that can play a big time role and gain some momentum into upsetting a team that on paper should beat you.
Well, generally, I guess. You want to answer, Jocelyn? I can answer. Do you want to answer?
No, go.
Generally, if you're an underdog, you have less pressure. But I think for us, we've been so close of beating teams of that caliber, and we end up losing in 3 up until these last couple of tournaments. That it was more, we put more pressure on ourselves, honestly, because we wanted to get over that hump, and finally, beat a team that way. But generally, if you are the underdog on paper, it's easier to play because you have nothing to lose, I guess.
Jay, what about for you? What about even in not just pickleball, but even in just sports in general? What does it mean to go into a match as an underdog, and how do you harness that energy and that excitement into trying to upset a big time team?
Well, when you're an underdog, you have nothing to lose. You can play, and people are expecting you to lose no matter what. So you can come and be free and relax and play the best, whether it's pickleball or any other sports. You have definitely more tension when you're the favorite, but it's also when you play against someone that is very good. It can be also tricky because you have more respect just by the fact he's known and he's a good player, and I feel like when you're an underdog, if you really want to create those upset, you got to believe in yourself no matter what, that you can beat those teams. And that's what I love playing with Patrick, because he's a great competitor. He doesn't, as soon as we get into the court and we are on court, we are giving our best, and we don't really care who we are playing. We're just here to win, and if we don't win, we were not supposed to win anyway. You know what I mean?
But we want to earn it. We don't want to give it given to us. So that's a great thing about this too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I personally enjoyed watching you guys battle it out with Adam Stone and Dekel Bar. I thought the momentum swings went back and forth, and I thought that you guys at times honestly looked like the better team, especially like in game 1. And then in game 2, you had glimpses, but you guys were struggling a little bit. It looked like you guys took turns making some of the unforced errors that kind of cost you guys game 2. And
yeah,
then
I remember I had a brain fart for sure. I think I missed 2 or 3 in a row, which was not good.
Yeah,
And,
but then in
you
game
also
3,
take in consideration that sometimes when you're playing in a specific side, it's easier to play. I feel like you manage sometimes the conditions better on one side than the other, and that happened a lot. In the third, when we played the extra game to 15, they just managed to play better than us overall. And
yeah, I think that's true, because I think it was pretty close until we switched ends.
Yeah,
yep.
absolutely.
I think it was 8-5 or 8-6, something like that.
8-6,
Yeah,
yeah.
8-6.
And then it went like to 11, 15-7 or 15-8.
Yeah, it went away pretty quickly.
But was fatigue a factor at all? Because it was kind of late in the evening. I mean, had you guys been battling all day? I mean, they were the undefeated team. Did fatigue and being tired play a factor at all, or no?
Not to me.
No, I don't think so.
I felt worse in the World Championship. That was the worst I felt in the pickleball courts, but not this time. I was more worried of missing my flight. I remember.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that actually.
Yeah, I was more worried about missing the bar before it closes. We actually did go, after he had to make his flight, and I kept checking in with him to make sure that he got to LAX on time. And at that point, the three of us, Adam and Dekel and I, and a bunch of others, Michelle and who else was there? Chris Miller.
Maybe
Christine McGrath was there. Sorry if I'm missing out. Oh, Jeff Warnick, Jesse was there, and we all went to have dinner and a couple of drinks.
I love it.
It was fun. That's a great thing about the sport. There's really I have not, at least as of now, come across any bad eggs. Any people all you're gonna say is hello and that's it too. Generally they're all good people and friendly and enjoy being around and playing and competing, and you leave leave everything out on the court, and then afterwards your buddies, or you're more than happy to have a beer together or whatever it is, chit chat.
Yeah, and I think that's the one distinguishing factor between pickleball and a lot of other sports is that the camaraderie and the sportsmanship and all that stuff kind of factors in. And even though it's a very, very, very competitive game at the highest level, you guys will battle, go to war on the court, and then as soon as that's over, you guys go out, have some drinks, have some dinner, cut up, enjoy each other, and that to me, I think is the bigger picture of pickleball and why it's so addicting. The sport itself, like hitting the pickleball, is in and of itself is addicting. But then what keeps you coming back is the people of pickleball. And speaking of that, I think we just lost Pat again.
Yeah, he probably didn't pay the bill. I'm pretty sure he didn't pay the bill.
Let's move on to a question from Ben Paquette. And Ben says, let's get to the meat of this interview and find out the hard-hitting stuff, like how many times do they peg Chris Heck? How many times do you guys peg Chris Heck on either Nasty Nelsons or body bags?
Patrick likes to get into the hard hitting with Chris. It turns that the practice is not a lot of dinking, and it's a lot of spitting right away. But most of the time, I have to be honest, Ben, it's Chris that is winning against Patrick.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, we got Pat back.
I'm glad Pat was not listening to that.
I'm back. Sorry, my laptop just died.
Oh no! Hey, you got back pretty quick though. You were back pretty quick.
Oh, hey, that was dead sprint straight to get my charger.
I love it. All right, you're a rookie at this. You'll know next time when we do the interview. You got to go ahead and plug the laptop in
Stupid
advance.
All work got away from me.
He's very, very unorganized. Yeah,
I love it.
Right, yeah, that's exactly what the Germans are known for.
I love it. All right, so the question up on the screen is hard-hitting questions from Bing Paquette. He wants to know how many times you guys body bag Chris Heck in regular play.
Oh, as often as we can.
I love it.
I mean, it's more tit for tat. He usually starts the battle. You know, he starts it, but we try to win the war on that one. But Chris Heck, I mean, he'll get you.
He admitted.
He'll get you. He does not care if you win or lose the match. He just wants to hit you.
He just wants to hit you with the ball, huh?
In particular, if you wear a monkey T-shirt, he'll go for the monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. All right, Ben's follow-up question is a good one. Ben's question to Pat is, I want to know what shampoo Pat uses.
Oh boy, it's called Hair Max actually. Since I work in that industry, so yeah, a little shout out. Yeah, it's just something. It's a medical shampoo that prevents you from losing your hair, essentially.
Awesome.
There you go.
I wonder if that question was like.
Oh, he's being a smart ass right now. I can tell you that one.
Does he know any background or?
Yeah, we've met him a few times. He's actually been to Wichita. We've actually played. He came to Wichita a couple of times now, and we've
okay. That makes a lot more sense because that question made no sense to me prior to your explanation.
Oh yeah, it's a total inside question. That one.
Keenan Smith, your cousin, Pat, said they both love a good ego boost. That's not a question. That's more of a statement.
Yeah, he's sarcastic.
I love it. Okay. Pat, I need to apologize at this point in the interview because I am also on a laptop and I just gave you crap about not plugging your laptop in. And it just dinged on my screen, battery low, please plug it in. So I'm going to make sure that happens. I'm going to have my girlfriend bring me the charger.
Wow.
But yeah. But yeah, so I can't really give you a hard time about that because
that is never what happened to me.
Oh, you. One thing I always ask before he leaves to go to a tournament, because often if he plays singles, he leaves a couple of days before me. I make sure he brings his tennis shoes or pickleball shoes and paddles because he's known to forget his tennis rackets.
Oh, no way.
Oh, he's a total space cadet. Why do you think he didn't win the trivia? There's actually major truth to the brains of this operation.
Well, in all honesty, I think it's just because he was going up against a German. That's the only reason.
I was nervous.
Hey, boy, I know. I bet you were nervous.
I honestly think you guys didn't research the sport of pickleball quite well enough because honestly, the way that I felt the win went to Patrick was by default of Jocelyn jumping the gun and not knowing the actual answer to the question.
No, I veto that one.
That's the story.
I got 4 questions right. 3 or 4 questions right.
No.
Yeah. Well, go play it back, Jocelyn.
We'll watch it later. We'll review the footage.
I got 3 right for sure.
All right. The next question comes from Rhonda Pick, and Rhonda says, who are the most charismatic players you have come across? Let's start with Jay on this one. Jay, who have been the most charismatic players you've come across?
That's easy.
If I'm not one of them, I'm going to be really disappointed.
No, I have to. Jay, Gizmo. Gizmo is exceptional. You know, the first time I met him, he was all dressed in a burger suit. Like, it was just fantastic. I was like, man, who's this guy? And yeah, he was probably the funniest.
Well, he's definitely a character.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's a character. He's definitely a character. I love it. Okay, Pat, what about you? Who's the most charismatic?
You can say my name.
Well, I mean, I have to go with my partner, Jocelyn Devilliers.
Yes.
I mean, he doesn't need an ego boost, as Keenan said earlier. Well, he could use one, maybe, I guess, after he just got his butt kicked in trivia. But no, I think Jay's pretty. He's pretty charismatic. Other than the obvious, Simone is. I would say. I mean,
I would agree with that.
Before I even met Simone officially in person, she walked up to me and gave me crap at the Texas Open. Where I was like, "Who the heck are you?" I didn't even know who she was. Jay kind of brought it up earlier. I mean, that was what, our second tournament, Jocelyn?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Chicago, and then Texas Open last year.
Mm-hmm.
She just came right up to you.
Well, no. What happened was, so second round, we had to play Matt and Kyle.
Yeah,
and we had a hour and 20-minute battle with them. We lost 12-10 in the third.
How you're smoothing the situation right now?
Yeah, it was a rough one, but we had 4 match points, and I missed an high volley Ernie overhead, I guess, and by about, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches, and Matt pulled out a freaking Houdini. I don't know how he does it, but his damn hand touched the ball, and then I missed the next shot, and that was it. That was it. They won the point, and
the momentum
switched.
That was the end of the beginning, huh?
Well, in the first thing Simone said to me, "Hey, do you know a guy that missed an overhead on match points against Matt Wright and Kyle Yates?" And I, being polite as I am, I wanted to tell a couple other words. I said, "Yeah, I know that guy." Or words to that effect, I guess. There was a few words I would have loved to be able to tell her, but I said, "Yeah, yep." And I've heard it a bunch of times now from her. But now that I've had a few conversations with her, I'm less politically correct.
That's awesome. I love it. All right, Becky Middleton doesn't have a question. She just has a statement. She said, Jocelyn and Patrick are special. You guys are definitely special.
What kind of special are we talking here?
Becky, I send you a kiss. Thank you for watching. She's always but Becky has always been.
Becky's a sweetheart.
Yeah,
she's from Wichita.
Yes, she's such a great person, and she's doing such a good cause for the pickleball community here in Wichita, and so she really deserves.
She keeps it going.
Yeah,
that's good stuff. Good stuff. Thank goodness for people like Becky. They're all across the U.S. Not just in Wichita. People that. Go ahead.
Belinda. I just saw the next one. Belinda Detman. Oh, she's been waiting to say something. I bet.
Okay. Well,
since that picture that you posted is her picture.
Yeah. I got
rounds.
I got permission from her before I did that because she and I are friends, but I definitely wanted to make sure I had her permission, which she was cool with it. But Ching Brubaker, she has 2 questions. Her first question is, how much of an advantage does good looks give on the pickleball court? That's what she wants to know.
Ask Jay that one. I can't answer that one.
I don't know. I'm not sure it does give you any advantage. Maybe in mixed a bit more. For men, so it definitely didn't help me so far.
All right, and her follow-up question was
agreed.
Her follow-up question is, how did this partnership between you two happen? Was it love at first sight? That's what she wants to know.
I told you I'm Batman, he's Robin. So Jocelyn, take it away.
Patrick, it was a dream coming true for Patrick to be able to play with me and travel with me.
So full of it
and share some intimate, experiences while tournaments. That was amazing for him.
That's his French side coming out now. Dreaming.
I love it.
Now, we've been friends since he was one of the first people I met when I moved to Wichita. Actually, was besides my boss why I moved here, was Lucy actually who I met first outside of work, and then Jocelyn was right after. I think a day later, and we've been friends ever since. And like I told you earlier, we used to play. He always wanted to play more tennis, and I still wanting to play tennis. So we practiced a bunch, and back then we just became friends. And it's been absolute blast playing with him and traveling with him, and
It's so
we have a good time no matter what, whether we win or lose. We have a blast playing, and just enjoying this new chapter, I guess, for us.
And pickleball fits right in with that as far as having fun, because you can compete at the highest level, but then still have a great time on the court. And if you have a partner that you enjoy and you love being around, it makes it that much sweeter,
Yeah, no, for sure.
Absolutely. No, for sure.
All right, the next question from our viewers comes from Ryan Ritter. He said, did you guys play any other racket sports before pickleball? I think he missed my introduction about you guys, but go ahead and briefly. Let's start with Patrick. Patrick, just give a quick rundown of your racket sports previous to pickleball, and then Jay, you follow up.
Well, besides marbles, I played Division I college tennis.
Okay, and Jay?
Yeah, I played tennis as well, and a bit of ping pong, badminton all the time. I mean, every sport.
Except ping pong.
Huh?
Have you guys played?
It's like a fish out of water.
Have you guys played ping pong before?
No,
yeah, he doesn't want to.
No, we haven't actually. But
he doesn't want to. He always runs away.
You would know that he would lose.
No, it's on now, big boy. It's on now. I'll play you left-handed in that one.
Oh, that's a challenge we might need to go live for. I'll be honest. I think we need to go live for that.
I got a table.
We'll make it happen.
All right. I'll be happy to do the commentary.
Absolutely.
All right. So the next question is from Julie Trulio. She said, seen these two play at the California Open. They are huge, big, and tall. I think those are compliments. And quick with freaky tennis skills. Who are their favorite tennis players? So let's start with Jay this time. Jay, who's your favorite tennis player?
I have a lot of respect for Rafa. I just I got lucky to watch his work ethic, and I was just so amazed that I started respecting this guy so much more. But my favorite to watch is always Djokovic. I think he's the greatest of all time. He's not yet, but he will be.
Oh, you're getting back into Matt Wright's graces here on that one.
Well, yeah. Well, Matt and I agree on that. That's
kissing his butt in that one now. Come on.
No. He's just we agree on that. I think he's just so solid on every aspect that he's probably the greatest of all time. But time will tell.
Did you when you played tennis? Did you try to model your tennis game after one of the big pros, or no?
No.
Good. That's good.
No.
True fact.
All right, Pat. What about you? Who's your favorite tennis pro?
Growing up in Germany, it has to be Boris Becker back then.
Who's that?
But who's that? Youngest Wimbledon champion ever. No, but and Patrick Rafter actually. I kind of, when you say model my game after that, when I played singles, I did play serve volley a lot. That was due to him, but also due to my dad and my uncle being from New Zealand, growing up in grass, being phenomenal tennis players. And but I'm a Federer fan. To me, I always have the argument. To me, he's definitely. I still think he's the GOAT. And this is going to be. I know I'm going to hear it from Matt now, but he can try out lawyer me in that one. He's not going to get me to change my mind on that one.
I love it. You guys are great. I love the references back to Matt Wright every time you guys answer something. Okay, Jocelyn and Pat. This comes from Zane Navratil. He said Jocelyn and Pat are my favorite pickleball couple. So you know what? Boom. That's all. I'm done. I'm done with the interview after seeing that.
Zane is awesome. I love Zane. So whatever he says, he's right.
I don't question anything Gucci Zane says. I believe everything that he says.
First time I cramped playing Zane.
Yeah.
Damn you, Zane.
Yeah, it's again Zane.
Ching Brubaker's finally joining us live. She said, "Oh my God, I want a flying kiss."
Oh, that
too,
was from Jay. I gave it early.
Yeah, you. No one cares about your flying kiss. Here you go. You got one.
Wow.
I love it. Tamra Sagu, love your modesty, Jay. Patrick, I don't know it.
I think own it.
Own it. Okay, own it. Okay. Let's see.
Jay's not modest. He's putting on a show here.
Belinda said with a side bromance with Tyson. Who's got the bromance with Tyson?
That's the guy in the middle here. I can tell you that one.
Oh, Jay got the bromance going.
Yeah, I think they fell in love in Florida. Boy, was that a bromance?
Don't be jealous.
It has to do with shaving their legs. It has to do with Manscaped. And Jay's such a character. He doesn't take much. He doesn't take things initially very serious. He jokes around and messes with everybody. He doesn't care who you are. I mean, if you were Rafael Nadal, he would still try to joke and make you fall for his nonsense. And initially, I think that's what he was trying to do there with Tyson, because he kind of rubbed his legs a little bit there because they were so smooth. He was shocked how smooth they were, and I guess that touched.
Yeah, we touched a sensible subject. Let's put it that way, and then we connected.
Oh my God.
Honestly, that tournament was just a blast to be around. I mean, watching that, and then hanging out with all the guys, and then watching those two dummies go at it. It was just a blast.
That's incredible. I love hearing this insight from you guys. All right, the next question from Bob Katowitz. Bob says, "Do you ever play indoors or just outdoors? If so, is strategy different?" And I think he's talking about, let's assume he's talking about on a hardwood floor, because if you play pickleball on a tennis surface indoors, it's actually, in my opinion, it's better than outdoor play because you don't have the conditions. So let's assume that he's talking about on a hardwood floor. Have you guys ever played on a hardwood floor before?
Well, the first tournament.
We even played on cement, Steve.
Cement is what he means.
Cement.
Let me translate here. I'm the translator too. I'll be the translator. No, the first tournament we actually won was a 5-0 whatever in Kansas City. It was a hardwood floor. I'd never even played on hardwood floor before, and it was a pain in the butt. I can tell you that one. It's just quicker. The ball's different. The indoor balls, they have. I feel like they take on more spin, and it just totally bounces differently. So yeah, I would say you definitely have to change your strategy a little bit. Now, if he means playing indoor versus out on a tennis court or cement type of court, then that changes too, because outdoors the elements, so the ball is slower than indoors.
No, so I think the strategy is to think a bit more outdoor and be more patient and wait for the right ball. Where I feel like when we're playing indoor, we can speed up and be more aggressive and see, use the hands a bit more. So different strategy for sure. Yes.
I love it. Good stuff, guys. Good answers. Ryan Ritter said, "Who is the GOAT in pickleball?" That was my question, and it said, "What is widely known as the GOAT?"
Does he need an ego boost? Do you go by tournaments won, or what do you go by?
I honestly think he left that open-ended. I want each of your opinions on who you think the GOAT in pickleball is right now.
Boy,
I haven't been long enough, and I haven't watched much.
Steve Golden for sure.
Boom. No, at least with interviews.
Right? I know that I was reading a bit about that, like about the conversation, and apparently I didn't know, but it seems like Cal has been winning the most tournaments overall. So I would say he's probably the GOAT for now. But I mean, at the pace where Ben is going right now, he's probably gonna be the GOAT in just 2 years.
I agree. But if Kyle continues to team up with Ben Johns, then they would stay even on the men's. But Ben clearly has the advantage in mixed and singles. So I agree. I think in 2 years or less, we can start considering Ben the GOAT. The scary thing is Ben's only 21 years old. So he's got a big ceiling.
Yeah, it must be nice to have young legs.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Pat, how old are you? And Jay, how old are you? I think people want to know that.
I'm gonna be 36.
And I'm gonna be 26 in December.
Okay, perfect.
Who's your
All
daddy,
right,
Jay?
who's your daddy?
Now I'm kind of like his big brother. I make sure, like I said earlier, I make sure he brings his paddles and when does your flight leave? When do you leave? Blah blah blah.
Well, definitely also in trivia, you are his daddy. That's for sure.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Steve. Wow.
It happens more than you think.
All right, guys, listen, we are coming up on an hour and 45 minutes. We're wrapping up the interview now. We have been going hard in the paint for quite a while. I've loved every second of it.
Did we beat Steve Deacons?
Yeah, you guys are way, way over the top of Steve.
Well, but we were 2 against 1, so
it's
that's
2
not.
on 1, and that's why
you're French.
That's right.
Yeah, that helps.
And I also know Steve's probably not watching this because he doesn't even have like social media stuff. He lets his wife do everything. So maybe his wife's watching.
Canadians, what can we say?
Hey.
By the way, Patrick is basically in the dark now. So ironically enough, earlier in the interview, he was giving Jay crap about being his face being blocked or shaded, and now Pat's the one with shade.
Yeah, hold on.
Wow.
That's scary.
There we go.
Your face.
That's scary.
Boo. It's like Conjuring.
So here's what we're going to do to wind down this epic interview with you two amazing, amazing people. We're going to do rapid fire questions. It's going to be 1-word answers. And I want you to both answer at the same time, okay? So there's no right or wrong with this. This is just rapid fire questions, okay? First question.
Can you turn the light on, please? Yeah. Sorry.
Hold on. You got that? Are we going to wait for the thing?
Is it better now?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, it was better than before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First question. Rapid fire. Are you guys married?
No.
Yes.
Okay. If you're married,
Pickleball.
If you're married, how many kids? How many kids?
2.
That was Jay. That was Jay, I think.
2?
Yeah, 2 kids.
Do they play pickleball?
No.
No, I don't have kids. I got a dog. Does that count? And I got Jay. I got to deal with him.
I love it. What do you look for in a pickleball partner? 1-word answers.
What did he say?
I don't know.
Fun.
Jay's internet's faltering a little bit here.
What did you say, Jocelyn?
I said.
You guys can't hear the microphone.
There we go.
Nope.
Well, I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, his internet's been strong the whole time.
I'm going to say gelling.
Okay. Number 6, what have you been? Well, we already answered that one. That's what you've been doing during quarantine. Did you ever suspect a sport called pickleball would impact your life in the way that it has?
No chance. Oh, that's 2 words. No.
All right. Oh, Jay's back, sort of. His internet's failing him. But what percentage of your time each week is taken up with pickleball or pickleball-related things? What percentage?
10%.
10%. Okay, that's not a lot.
No, I would. I mean, yeah, work comes in the way, unfortunately.
Okay, Jay, how about you?
50%.
50% for Jay. I like it. All right. What's your biggest and most significant accomplishment to date in regards to pickleball? Both of you can answer that. 1 word.
I would say California Open for me, probably.
Okay.
Even though we only won silver.
Colorado Spring.
Okay. This one's going to be more than 1 word. What's your biggest accomplishment in life? It doesn't have to be pickleball, and you can both. Let's do this one at a time. Pat, how about you?
Boy. Biggest accomplishment in life. Probably, taking a chance coming to the US, leaving home, starting a new life on across the pond, and graduating and I'm lucky I'm healthy. Unlike a lot of people, they aren't as lucky as I am. So I'm very thankful for that one, and I try to stay relatively humble and respectful to everybody. I think I'm accomplished that.
I would agree with Patrick, same thing, but mostly for me, it's my kids. Now, my kids have been the priority, and it's just the proudest thing that have ever happened to me. So, yeah.
And him meeting his wife. His wife's an absolute rock star.
Yeah.
If nobody can figure this out now after this interview, dealing with him, it's not easy. So he's an absolute rock star.
Absolutely. Yeah, Patrick is right for that. She's exceptional.
One thing that's great about us being pickleball partners, she can finally get a hold of him, because when he doesn't answer his phone, which he never does, she just texts me, where's Jay? Why isn't he answering his phone? So I call her back and hand the phone to him.
I love it. I love it. What was your favorite sport growing up?
Soccer.
Yeah, for me, it's tennis and soccer.
Okay.
And rugby, I guess.
And skiing.
Okay. How did you guys? All right, Jay. Let's talk real quick. How did you end up getting sponsored with Whippersnapper? Give us a quick rundown.
Open. It was I was meeting Bill and William Stolt. He's a great guy, and he knew he didn't have any sponsors, and he was just starting, and he he was like, how would you be able to help me? It was more like,
your internet stinks, mate.
Jay,
why don't you restart your computer or internet, and then I'll answer mine first, and you come back around.
Jay, I don't know what happened, but your internet is failing you all of a sudden. It was going strong the whole time.
You know what it is? It's called karma. Making fun of me earlier. Same happened to you with the laptop charger. Karma. You always get you.
I love it. I love it. We'll have to ask that question another time, because Jay's internet is definitely not good. All right, Pat. This is a great question for you. You are currently holding out on sponsorship. I have no idea why these big companies haven't jumped all over Patrick Smith to get him signed. What's the deal, man? Talk to us about what the deal is with this. What are you holding out for? You're not wanting a basic. I'm guessing you don't want just a basic package. You're looking for somebody to give you like a legit sponsorship, right?
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't know that much about these packages or sponsorship, really, since I'm so new to this. But talk with Jay a little bit as well. I'm just not interested in signing my my pickleball life away for a year or two with somebody to get 2 paddles and a t-shirt when anybody can get that. And it's not an arrogant statement by any means, but I see a lot of players that have sponsorships, and I think I can afford two paddles and my own t-shirts, and I don't care what I wear. It doesn't. As anybody could tell, I roll my sleeve up. That's just I'm used to that from tennis back in the day. So I really don't. I'm not. I don't care about having the fanciest clothes out there. It doesn't bother me. But I'm just, until something comes up that I really think it's worth it, I'm just not going to sign. I mean,
and I want to take. Go ahead.
Yeah, I run a company myself, and I do a lot of negotiation, all that stuff, and I just, I don't want to get played, and that's why I haven't signed. And a lot of these companies, no offense to anybody, they're obviously out there to get the best out of these players, and I mean, I can buy a paddle, and if it breaks, I can send it back in and get a new one.
Yeah, and I just want to take this quick moment to talk about both these guys real quick. These guys are going to make huge impacts on the sport of pickleball. You're going to see their names come up again and again and again at the biggest stage, at the pro level. I have no idea why these big companies aren't reaching out to you guys and contacting you guys to sign you to some major contract deals. In my opinion, the best type of company is the company that cannot just sign somebody once they've made a big, like maybe one at the Nationals or the U.S. Open at the gold medal, on the gold medal stage. But the company that can foresee potential in somebody before they've made it to the biggest stage, because they know what that person is all about, what they're capable of, and the potential that they have. So if you're a sponsor out there right now, guys, I just want to take this quick moment to just tell you guys, reach out to Patrick Smith and Jay Devilliers, and which I still get his last name wrong, but reach out to Jay and make sure,
Devil.
and just make sure you guys understand that these guys aren't going anywhere. These guys are going to be here for a long time. They are making big strides in pickleball, and they're only going to get better from this point. So you'd be crazy not to sign either one of these guys. And I do want to say that Whippersnapper signed Jay early on because they saw the potential, but they also know that Jay is going to eventually move on to bigger companies and maybe a bigger contract that they can't maybe fulfill, and they're okay with that. William Stoltz told me, make sure that people know that Whippersnapper's okay with him signing with a bigger company when the time's right. So I just want to throw that stuff out there and make sure everybody knows these guys are on the move. If you're a company that is looking for somebody to sign in the future that's going to be there and make a big impact, it's these two guys. Sign both of them. Sign them to the same company. They're a package deal. Isn't that right, boys? You're a package deal.
Yep, I guess. he's gone again. I'll answer for both of us. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, we don't have to, but I mean, we enjoy playing together, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. We don't take each other too serious. As hopefully you can. I mean, you've known us now for a little bit, and we like to have fun, and so
I love it. All right, how would you describe your personality? Go. Just one word.
Compared to the other one?
No, just how would you describe Patrick's personality in one word and Jay's personality in one word? Like each of you answer for yourself.
Honest.
Yeah.
It's tough to do in one word.
Just one word. How would you describe Patrick Smith in one word, his personality?
OCD.
Oh, Jocelyn, why don't you answer for me and I'll answer for you?
Okay, there you go.
Goofy. Jocelyn's goofy.
Jocelyn's goofy.
Can you hear me?
No, we're going to have to. I tell you what, we're going to remove him from the street. Hold on.
You removed me.
We're going to remove.
Don't type, Jocelyn. Type.
We're going to remove Jay for just a moment. How would you said goofy? Is that what you said?
Yeah, goofy. Absolutely. Like I said earlier, he doesn't take himself as serious, and he loves to mess with people. Here's a little story. After that big the Franklin sponsored chicken and pickle tournament here in Wichita last year, was Ben and Colin beat Matt and Kyle in the final, and Matt and Kyle were up, I think 10-1 in the third, and ended up Ben and Colin pulled a Houdini. I don't know where they pulled it out, but somewhere, and ended up winning that one. And Jocelyn, typical. This is a perfect example for him being goofy and not taking himself serious. He messaged on Facebook, both of them individually, saying, "Hey, sorry for a tough match. Would you guys be interested in teaming up in one of these next tournaments?" Knowing they've already committed, knowing they're both going to say no, just trying to mess with anybody and everybody. Well, I got a separate text from Matt and from Lucy about, is he being serious? And I knew already what he was doing. And I said, yeah. We had a falling out, or I don't know what I said, something like that. And they both respectfully declined. And then
they were nice.
It kept going on, but they were pretty respectful and nice about it. And in the end, I said to Matt and Lucy, I said, come on, you guys are both pretty darn smart. You cannot be that gullible. You know him pretty darn well by now. If you think that was a serious question, you got something coming for you.
They didn't know Jay well enough.
No, they do. I mean, Lucy played at WSU when Jay was there 3 years.
Oh, that's true. They should have known.
No, but I mean, it's just he just doesn't take himself as serious, and he just loves the fun, and he loves people. He's a people person, and so goofy is the right word for him.
I love it. Jay, how would you describe your partner in pickleball, Patrick Smith?
Friendly and serious.
What was that?
Friendly and serious.
Friendly and serious.
Yeah, I think I'm more serious than him for sure. That's the age, though.
So seriously friendly.
Seriously
No,
friendly.
but he's very outgoing. He's just so easy to be around Patrick. You can whoever we're talking to, he's just gonna fit in the conversation no matter what. So he's just fun. He's a great guy. Great guy.
I love it. Rafa
I'll
Hewitt
Venmo you
says,
later.
Yeah.
he says come on to the ranch and I'll give you a bottle of wine. That's what Rafa Hewitt.
He told us in
said.
California he's going to bring a bottle of wine to the next tournament, so we don't
Yeah.
need to
We don't have to go to the ranch. If we
Come
go
on,
to
man.
the ranch, we need more than a bottle.
Come on,
He
Rafa.
messed up. He messed up there.
Is
Byron.
that a French guy behind you, Patrick? By the way,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was wondering the same thing.
he's a French guy.
I
for
rented out
sure.
a couple of rooms in my house, and he's another French guy in the background. We all go to the same gym together. Perique, wave. There he
Oh,
is.
look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. I love it.
He likes to be surrounded by men. But anyway,
We
Wow.
won't even
Wow.
take him
No
serious. We won't
comment.
even take him serious.
Goofy. I said it right.
Goofy. Byron Fresno says, I love Patrick's attitude. So Byron
cheers.
is spot on with
Cheers,
that.
mate.
And Ching Brubaker said, I love Jocelyn's goofiness. He's always having fun. That's true.
That's
He is.
true.
Mm.
That is true.
Keenan Smith, he said, honest question. You both come from a high level of tennis and the physical toll that takes on your body. What are the biggest differences between tennis and pickleball when it comes to the physical aspect? Because this is Patrick's cousin, let's let him answer first.
Mhm.
We're talking doubles here or singles? Singles is a different animal, man. Singles is definitely a different animal.
I think you're talking singles tennis, doubles pickleball.
There's a lot more lateral movement. The hardest thing for me was not to step into that darn kitchen. All my life in tennis, I got yelled at for not poaching and closing the net. And here you can't get any further. It's like you're gonna get shocked if you step into the kitchen. So it's very easy to become flat-footed in pickleball just because it goes from very slow dinking cross court to suddenly crazy fast right at you, and you have to react. So it's physically, I guess the lateral movement. I feel my hips a little bit more.
Wow, what an answer!
Yeah, I would say you're welcome. I don't know. Tennis is way more physical than pickleball. Obviously,
We have the
it's a bigger
German
court.
politician answering right now.
You're welcome. Partition or politician? Which one was that? Oh, okay, let me translate again. You meant politician.
I'm glad that we have Patrick to translate.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was that?
All right, go ahead with the answer to Keenan's question, Jay.
To me, I feel like it's quicker, just the 3 steps, like just intense 3 steps, and then small movements. Tennis, it's big movements, so I feel like for when you're tall, it's easier to move in tennis, but it's also a lot of running in tennis. Where pickleball is not as much, but it's more small steps, and it's just tiring in a different way.
Okay, very good. Very good. I love it. And Wes Gabrielson wants to know, Jay, what did you think about Ben John's impression of you? I'm guessing like first impression?
Well, this was in Florida, right?
No, that was in Florida when he
we kind of egged him on. I mean,
Yeah.
I have the videos from behind the scene. We kind of egged him on. I told him to do a third ball drop between the legs, and he looked at me like, no. I said, that's Jay for sure. He does funny stuff like that.
I think he's gifted no matter what. Like he has good. He can imitate a lot of players. He has good impression of players, yeah. I feel like he got helped by Patrick. So
No. I just told him the third ball drop. The jumping around, that was him, and he got it spot on. Let me tell you that one.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
I love it.
Yeah, it was
Guys,
pretty funny to see.
I bet it was, especially the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
What was
go ahead.
afterwards, Jay? You tell what happened after the impressions were done. Or was that before? Simone?
Not today. Also,
Not today. Not today. There was no the stretching.
Oh, he's a stretching. Oh, you should send.
We
us
had a few
picture.
beers, him and I, and there was Simone was helping Ben stretch after their mixed final. It was pretty funny. The commentary that we did was pretty funny, I have to say.
Mhm.
We may have to get a hold of that behind the scenes footage.
Yeah, absolutely. You should.
Yeah, it was.
I love it.
It was awesome.
Today, this is the last question, and then we're going to wrap it up so you guys can have the rest of your night. But today, what's the tournament that stands out the most to you guys? Which tournament so far?
Playing?
Yeah, like playing. Which tournament playing stands out the most?
Well, I haven't played that many. You've played the US Open before, so I'm kind of bummed because I kind of wanted to see what the hype was about, being there. I've seen the facility from being at the Johnny Pickleball show that weekend when we were in Florida, but other than that,
so was California Open pretty much the one that you?
No, I mean
TOC.
TOC was nice. I didn't get to play Indian Wells. We didn't qualify for this one. I think this would have been awesome, but US Open is definitely amazing, especially with so many players. Just the entourage, so many players, so many competitors. So it's just so much fun for this reason. But I don't know. I feel like Indian Wells would be probably the best, even though I haven't been there. So that would be very. I'm very excited to go there. So we'll
very
see.
cool. Yeah, it was a bummer that it got canceled this year. In the 3.5 years I've been playing, I've never seen the U.S. Open get canceled and just completely not rescheduled. So that's pretty crazy stuff.
The funny thing was when we were in California, through that day when Indian Wells got canceled, I mean, it was just almost like a big uproar amongst the crowd that was there.
Yeah,
almost in shock and oh boy, this is getting definitely serious.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Because that's definitely the most fun pro tournament to be at for tennis. Way better, in my opinion, way better than the US Open. I mean, if you Grand Slams, French Open, and Wimbledon obviously have the tradition and that aspect of it, but you get all the same players at Indian Wells, but it's just more of an intimate setting. The US Open you can get lost because it's such Flushing Meadows is such a huge compound, but Indian Wells you're right there. I mean
you're right on top of the action.
Food is ready.
I love it. All right, did you see Wes Gabrielson keeps rapid firing questions while we're trying to?
Wes is awesome.
Wes is the best, man.
Wes has to be one of the favorite pickleball players.
Do a better impression of Wes than Patrick.
I want to hear that one.
With Patrick, I just have to act mad, and I'm good.
Okay, so just
me
in all respects to Wes's question, can you do an impression of Patrick?
He's going to start speaking German. You sure you want to hear that?
Ich bin Jocelyn, ich habe Frankfurt. Ich liebe dich. Ich liebe dich.
The first part was pretty good, but the rest made no sense.
The rest made no sense. Okay, what is your impression of Wes Gabrielson?
But it would have to be playing. I love his style. He's such a great player, and he slides back in. He's just.
Next time we play, we'll film it. Next time we play, we'll have him film and send it to you.
He slides back and he's so destructive. Those lefties are trouble. That's for.
Wes is awesome. Wes is one of my. Not trying to, he doesn't need an ego boost, I'm sure, but he's so humble, and he's just. It's just an absolute blast to be able to, be around him at these tournaments, play against him if that happens, or just sit there and talk. Anything. He's such a great guy. Such a nice guy.
He is genuinely one of the nicest guys in pickleball.
Zero ego.
Zero ego, and he's been around the game forever. And I know he doesn't need us to pump his ego because he's proven time and time again at the highest level that he's one of the best in the business. But I mean, the dude doesn't even get to play for probably 9 months out of the year because of his scheduled teaching. So
if you have his slice, you don't need to play.
Right. Right. Hey, Byron said Wes is the best at doing impressions. So what we need to do is get Wes on.
Wes, it's a challenge. You against Jay.
Yeah, Jess and Wes and Jay need to do impressions.
Also known
And
as
we'll-
Jess.
What?
Jess and Way. Jess and Way.
Jess and Way.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. We should
I
make
love
that happen in the next tournament.
Let's do it. All right, fellas, listen, I'm going to let you guys get back to your families, get back to your personal time. I cannot thank you guys enough for the 2 hours and 7
No,
minutes
thank
that you
you.
guys spent with
Thank
me.
you. Absolute blast.
It was so much fun.
Absolute blast.
Absolutely. Loved it, guys. Loved every second of it. The time just flies when you're having fun with guys like you guys. Look forward to seeing you guys on the pickleball tour when the pandemic ends. We will be back hot on the trail of the tournaments. I think everybody's going to be chomping at the bit. I'm super excited to see what you guys are going to do in the future for pickleball. And I can't thank you guys enough for coming on here and impressing everybody.
Ken from the APP, I spoke to him today. One thing that he had mentioned was they're going to reconvene on the 15th of April.
Absolutely.
Of April. No, reconvene to figure out exactly what the next steps are.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
Just for safety.
There's no decisions yet, but
Yeah, we
most likely the next
figure out if it's
Okay.
a safe environment for us to compete. And so
him and Melissa getting together, I believe.
Yeah.
On the 15th, they're going to chit chat with about what's the next tournament? The one in Atlanta.
Yes, I think it's Atlanta. Yes,
Atlanta
Open.
Atlanta in May.
Yeah, so they're going to on the 15th. Everybody will know more who's thinking about playing that or signed up for the tournament.
Awesome.
Shout out Ken.
Are you guys signed up for? Are you and Jay, Patrick and Jay? Are you guys signed up for all the APP, all the PPA? I mean, are you guys basically staying together for now?
Yeah.
Yeah, for now, yes.
For now, yeah.
Listen to this guy. Listen to that guy.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
I think it'll take a lot to break this team up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. No, you guys. In all honesty, you guys are a lot of fun. You guys are great competitors. I seriously am looking forward to seeing the damage that you guys do in the future at the pro level. And I'm going to let you guys sign off so you guys can just go eat or have something to drink or whatever. So you boys have a great night. Okay.
See you guys later. Thank you. Thanks, Steve.
All right, guys. All right. So that is a wrap for tonight's interview. I really, really, really appreciate every one of you guys for tuning in. I hope that you guys were super troopers again tonight and hung in there through the duration of this 2 hour and 10-minute interview. These guys are fantastic. I tell you what, I have never had 2 hours and 10 minutes fly by faster than what it did with these two guys tonight. They are a hoot. I'm not sure that they got to show their true full-on personality tonight on the interview just because they needed to maintain some sort of professionalism. But when you get around these guys at tournaments, you'll see they're first class. Lots of fun. Everybody that meets them loves them. And that's the reason that I wanted to bring them on the Golden Boy Pickleball Show to showcase their personalities, also their skill sets. You guys need to go to YouTube and Facebook and just type in probably, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Probably YouTube, type in both, excuse me, oh my goodness, their names, type in their names and watch them play because these guys are making big, big splashes. And let's see, I got a couple follow-up questions or comments here. Byron said Atlanta is the next tournament on the books. I hope that Atlanta doesn't get canceled. Bob Katowitz said, great job tonight. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate the kind words. The dog gives the best answers. That dog was definitely going off at the end there. And then let's see, Ching Brubaker, who's big fans of these guys. She said, great job, Golden. Thanks for the interviewing our guys. You got it, Ching. No problem at all. Really, really loved it. And then Angela Durham Weld said, awesome, Scott. Thanks. So that is going to conclude this interview. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I absolutely, there's Pat's Me said she loved it. Pat's now still on live feed, but Again, guys, I just want you guys to know that I do this stuff because I love it. You know, I don't do this for the fame or the recognition or money. The reason I do these interviews, and just for the record, I've been doing these interviews for a long time. I've been live streaming on social media for a long time, for really over 3 years now. And the reason I continue to have such a passion for this is because of you guys. It's because of you guys. It's because of the viewers and the fans of pickleball that love to watch these interviews. I get so many, positive comments and thankful comments, and you're doing a great job, Golden Boy type of comments privately off camera. That it motivates me over and over and over to continue to bring you guys to the forefront of pickleball with the best interviews that I can possibly do for the sport of pickleball. My goal is and always has been to promote the sport of pickleball, to promote the professional players of this sport, because when you watch these guys play, when you watch them battle and the blood, the sweat, and the tears, drip off their face as they're playing through grueling matches, you have to understand that these guys, um, they do this because they love it. They do it because they are obsessed with it, and they're driven by competition. And when you watch them just put everything they have, everything that's in their being out there on the court, and they leave nothing to question about their ability to just go all in on something. When you see that, it changes you. You absolutely cannot mistake the sign of a fierce competitor. And when these guys go to bat and they go to war, man, it makes me just that much more passionate about this sport, that much more passionate about bringing them to you guys, the viewers, so that you get to know them a little more in depth than just watching them on YouTube, like I've always, talked about. It's great to watch them on YouTube, but when I can bring these guys and these female players and these pickleball pros onto my show and let you guys get to know them a little more in depth like this, it just makes it that much sweeter when you do watch them in person at a tournament, or on a live feed, or when you watch them on YouTube, right? And you guys can learn from these guys. There's stuff at times, there's moments where they go really deep and in depth about strategy and concepts and technique during these interviews, and you can learn from that. And then there's other times you just get to watch them cut up and jab at each other and enjoy it. So that's all I have to say. Belinda said, "Thanks, Steve." If you missed that in the beginning, go back and watch that story about that. But my nickname with Jocelyn and Patrick is Steve. There's a reason behind it. I'll let you go back and watch it. And let's see. Ryan Ritter said, "Thank you, Golden. This was better than you singing. LOL." Yeah, anything is probably better than me singing, but I do agree that this is absolutely better than my karaoke. I just want to tell you guys again how much I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you guys, for tuning in. I hope there were some super troopers. If you were a super trooper and you watched from the very beginning at 7:30 Eastern until right now, which is currently 9:47 Eastern. So from 7:30 to 9:47 Eastern, if you've been here for the duration of this interview, 2 hours and 16 minutes and 42 seconds, make sure to leave a comment and tell us that you were a super trooper, because I really, really appreciate you guys, the ones that know what I'm trying to do and appreciate what I'm trying to do. Ryan Ritter said the 750 count. Yeah, 750 counts, my man. It's not a super trooper, but it's definitely a hardcore trooper. And I do appreciate each and every one of the fans, the people watching. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know that I would want to do these as much as I do. But because I love you guys and I love bringing this stuff to you guys, the behind the scenes action and the interviews, to get to know the pros a little more in depth. That's what motivates me and continues to motivate me. So if you guys want to see a specific pro player interviewed by me, please, please, please message me on Facebook Messenger, or if you have my cell phone, shoot me a message privately. Let me know the interviews that you guys want to see. I am going to be interviewing some pickleball juniors from the junior program with the USAPA. A couple of those that are in mind are Nikki Gulowich and let's see, Annalie Waters. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Wyatt Stone. Wyatt is doing a phenomenal job with the USAPA juniors program. Shout out to all the juniors that play pickleball. You guys are the future of our sport. And I just want to give you guys a shout out, the juniors who continue to improve and get better each and every day. Ching said, I would have been, but I had another meeting. You're not a super trooper, Ching, but you are a fantastic person, and we love you for that. Brad McAmis. Brad is a super trooper. Thanks, Brad. Ryan Ritter said Jay Hall. Not sure why he's saying Jay Hall. I was there from the beginning. It was awesome, from Nova Scotia. Angela Dunham Weld. Angela, thank you so much for tuning in from Nova Scotia. My love goes out to you for your ability to stay strong through 2 hours and 19 minutes here. And glad that you tuned in. And Ching said, joined as soon as I could. I know you're trying to make up and kiss butt to Jay and Patrick, but unfortunately, you're not going to be a super trooper tonight. But maybe on the next one you can be. So James Meyer said, great time. Thanks, Scott. Where can we watch those guys play on the internet? I would suggest YouTube. Go onto YouTube, type in their names, Jocelyn J. Devilliers and Patrick Smith, or Pat Smee, Pat space SMI. Pat Smee is him on Facebook, and YouTube I'm sure is the same, but you can look those guys up. Just type in Jocelyn J. Devilliers pickleball or Patrick Smith pickleball, and you'll get to see some matches with them. They had a great match against Kyle and Ben. Recently on Facebook, they played at the California Open in the finals against Adam Stone and Deckel Bar. I think you can watch that on the Pro Pickleball Facebook page. Pro Pickleball is all one word. Capital PRO, capital PICKLEBALL. Pro Pickleball. That is Carl Schmitz. He does a fantastic job. He was the one doing all the live streaming at the California Open. Go watch that finals. You'll love it. It was a great matchup. Ended up going to a game to 15. Adam Stone and Deckelbar ended up taking it, but it was very competitive. All right, that's it, guys. I'm going to James Meyer, by the way, said that comment, which I had up. So, all right, guys, I'm going to sign off. It's been 2 hours and 21 minutes of your time, and I am so, so grateful for you guys. Thanks again for everything. Tune in the next time I do a live interview, because I guarantee you, I don't know if I'll be able to top these last few, but I dang sure will try. And I'm going to keep bringing you guys great interviews, hopefully. So, all right, Scott Golden, a.k.a. the Golden Boy, signing off. Take care.